But let me take you to the UAE, Abu Dhabi. That was where Chelsea took on Palmeiras, the South American champions, in the final of the Club World Cup. It went to extra time, but Chelsea eventually found the victory through a Kai Havertz penalty, securing the Club World Cup title. Take a look. Blue is the color, football is the game. Share us all through the sun and rain, because Chelsea is our name. Chelsea are Club World Cup champions. Chelsea have now won the Champions League, the Premier League, the League Cup, the Europa Cup, the Cup, the Cup Champions League, Confederation Cup. Bottom line, Chelsea have won every single trophy they have ever competed in the history of football.
You see, it is not every team that get the chance to compete.
That is true.
You have to earn the right to be there. And they've earned the right to be there. And they went there as European champions. Don't forget, before the won this, they were by far the only European champions to have gone to this tournament and not win it.
Yeah.
So they had a record to fix, because that was becoming some sort of a dark spot on them. Every European champions I know who went to this tournament won it at the very first time of action. Who else?
I don't think all of them won it.
Because
South American Cup champions from this competition. I know Corinthians beat Chelsea to win. I know Santos have also won it.
So Chelsea.
So there are some Europeans that haven't won. I'm not exactly sure.
Chelsea and another European. Don't say that. What do you mean? You want to generalize to everybody? But at the end of the day, look, it was a very good game.
Yes.
And I think Chelsea deserved it. Look, this is how a football team is supposed to be run.
Yeah.
You show respect to every major tournament you find yourself in. Mm-hmm. You understand? And I believe it crowned a very beautiful season, because this is more or less added to what they won last season, isn't it?
So the Champions League, the Super Cup,
and then this one. So
that's 3 trophies for Tuchel in a year. Exactly
in exactly a year.
With the team that Lampard built.
Yeah, with the team that Lampard built.
Yeah, so the same way after Ole built the United team.
No, don't go there. Don't go there. You don't see Rudiger defending like this. Rudiger on looking doing like this. Have you seen Thiago Silva? While the boss is here, he looks there, he doing the boy is here, he's looking at here, then he's crossing his leg like that. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. You understand? Nobody does that.
You can't do that and expect to win.
No, you don't do that. Look at this. Look, there was a moment in this game where some 10 minutes period where the Brazilian actually came at Chelsea.
Yeah.
But you could always see the defensive block. Thiago Silva in his element. Yes, he was at fault for that goal, but you could see the leadership. You could see the experience. He was the best player
of the tournament.
Yes, you could see the leadership. You could see, look, he spoke to everybody, commanding Rudiger and Cesar Azpilicueta, everybody in front of him. You could clearly see how
Chelsea is a machine.
Come on, man. And there was a moment where, under so much pressure, look, the calmness, the composure, I said, look, if I'm the coach, this guy, he will play for me all day.
All day long.
All day. Not somebody doing this. I set him up. Sack him. You will not come close to the team. Straight. They deserve to win.
And Nimble is absolutely right. I mean, this culture of winning at Chelsea, it doesn't really matter who the manager is. You come in, the expectations are the same.
That is the standard.
Win. Yeah, exactly.
If you don't win, you're out.
You're out. And
my Manchester United, we were used to winning.
Yeah.
And Ferguson.
Now it's been 5 years.
Man
no
United
trophy.
never went 2 years without a trophy. And now, after his first 5 years, the moment he won the first one,
the moment he got the breakthrough,
we were winning. We are the only team to win the league back 1, 2, 3. We've done that twice.
I mean, Daniel, I mean, there was that Azpilicueta moment, which is trending on Twitter, where he showed a lot of courage, a lot of leadership to take the pressure of Kai Havertz with the decoy. He pretended like he was going to take the penalty. The Brazilian players, Palmeiras players surrounded him.
I personally don't read anything. I don't read too much.
I mean, it's a big deal.
It's a team thing. It doesn't have anything to do with Azpilicueta. It's a team thing.
It does have everything to do with Azpilicueta. Don't take credit away from him.
I'm not taking credit away from him. I'm saying that. Relax. Calm down.
I thought he was the one going.
I'm saying that we have seen these things done before. And these things are from the training ground. It is not Aspilicueta who in his
How do you train taking a penalty?
You've not seen it before.
No, hold on.
I've seen Liverpool do it with Salah before.
Yes,
I've seen it several times.
I'm saying it's not something that is practiced at the training ground. It's something that's practiced on game day.
It's not about practicing on the training ground. It's a plan. It is a plan to deceive the opposition defenders, to deceive the opposition goalkeeper, to not know who is going to take the thing, because he's probably revising his notes in his head about what Aspilicueta will probably do. And then last minute, Havertz comes in, Havertz takes it and he forgets it. It's a team thing. I'm saying that let's give credit to Chelsea.
From a Liverpool point of view, everybody knows if Salah is even in the centre circle when the penalty is awarded and anybody pretends to take it, everybody knows he will come and take it.
I'm saying that the attention is going to the wrong place. It is not an Aspilicueta.
It was very simple. Once Jorginho at the time was not on the pitch, the Brazilians themselves didn't know
who was taking the penalty.
I didn't know who was going to take it.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I didn't know who was going to take it.
That's why Aspi did.
So when Aspi picked up the ball,
that's what I'm saying. You see, when you say that's what Aspi did, what he did,
but he's never taking a game time penalty like
on 5-5 in the Chelsea setup.
Of course he does.
He's taking.
Look, what I'm saying is that
anyway, that's
when you say
the point, really.
what Aspi did, you are diverting the whole thing.
It's a team.
Most of us don't know who the next Chelsea penalty taker is. If Jorginho is not there, the Brazilians didn't know. We didn't know. If you look at Havertz's body language, he knew he was going to take it. He was standing on the edge of the box, just waiting for the cue from Aspilicueta. I'm saying that this is a team thing. If Havertz wasn't, I said we didn't know who was going to take it. The Brazilians didn't know. But if you look, because of hindsight and because of replay, if you saw Havertz's position, he knew he was just waiting for the cue.
As we told him that he would take the penalty.
Okay, let's clap for Aspilicueta.
Thank you very much. That's all you needed to do. Now let's talk about the performance itself from Chelsea. I mean, like Nimli said, it was a game that they largely deserved to win, but certainly they had to work hard for it.
It was a difficult game, and you see, in as much as European teams go into the competition and everybody expects them to win, and the South American teams are very difficult to beat, and they've shown it in previous years. Chelsea themselves cooperating the last time around. I think it was Corinthians who beat them in the final. They've struggled the last time they went there, and we've seen the strength of these South American teams. Very difficult to break down, and they have technically gifted players who can punish you when need be. So it was very important Chelsea took the lead, and the goal they considered was very disappointing, because you look at the guy who considered a penalty in Thiago Silva. He should know better than that. In a VAR era, you cannot stick out your hand in a penalty box and expect not to be caught. And they were punished, but then they had to show great resolve. You could clearly tell they didn't want to go into penalties, and they were trying to push for the winner, because anything can happen in the shootout. And for Luan and Palmeiras, they'll be very disappointed in the way they also conceded the goal. It was a quick reaction, reflex. His hand was in the way, and that happened. Yes, the penalty happened. I still maintain that it was a team thing. They knew what they were doing. I will not necessarily give all the credits to the captain. They knew, because look, this is my point. If I don't think any smart captain will just out of the blue give it to somebody and say, hey, you come and take it. It was clearly a plan. Nobody can say Havertz didn't know. Because Havertz,
not the point.
Relax. Havertz cannot be sitting there in isolation and then just be called, hey, come and take a pressure penalty. No. So Havertz knew. And once Havertz knew, then you know that it was a pre-planned something from the training ground. It's just who was elected to go and stand there in the first place. So I'm saying that if Kovacic went to stand there in the first place and he turned and he said, "Come, are you going to say Kovacic is such a selfless player? He's the greatest player." No, it was something that they planned before. So I'm saying that the commentary around it is a bit extreme. Yeah, they did it. We've seen it with Liverpool. Nobody gives credit to the person who says, "Okay, come and take it." It's just to deceive opposition. These are the petty tactics that we see in modern day football, and I don't think we should overstretch it by saying Aspilicueta is some. Yes, he's a super captain, but that moment it's just a bit funny for me.
I understand him. It shouldn't add anything special to.
I think it does. I think you guys are trying to downplay a very important
Nobody's trying to downplay.
Nobody. I've already told you.
Nobody's trying to
downplay. No, that's different. I'm talking
There's
about
one thing I want to highlight.
Yes.
The Romelu Lukaku's goal.
It was a fantastic goal.
So it goes, look, when he's in the team, put in those crosses.
True.
He had no chance of winning that ball. Yeah. And look at the bullet. So play to his strength. That's why you paid £98 million for.
That's true. There's a lot of money, and then you sign the big players to step up on the biggest occasions, and I think Lukaku delivered.